So Maria Lagios is one of the most successful female entrepreneurs that I've ever met. When I sat down with her, I had three main takeaways from our meeting. Number one is the power of making the right connections.
I started working for this company in a nightclub. I had no idea about anything, but I wanted experience on the marketing side. It was definitely a different world that opened my eyes up to a lot of other businesses.
Yeah.
And the people that I was networking with and meeting were the top venture capitalists, lawyers, doctors, business owners. I remember one of my close friends now, I've known him for 20 years. And he is an amazing mentor. I mean, probably one of the most successful people I know, one of the most successful people in the United States.
Wow.
And I knew him when I was 18 because I interviewed him for a show we did called Lifestyles. I would go to him and be like, hey, I have this idea. What do you think about this? Not knowing I'm sitting in front of this billionaire. And he's all his answer every time was I think that's great. Yes, Maria, you got this. You can do it.
So Maria's been involved in a lot of different businesses, and not all of them have been successful, but every single business that she got involved with, she shook hands, she made the right connections, she made a great impression, and those served to actually turn into future business opportunities because those connections that she made allowed her to have that trust with that person. And maybe it wasn't the right fit at the time, but you never know what you're going to be looking for in the future. So those connections have been incredibly integral to Maria's success. Number two is shoot first, ask questions later.
Just taking this step is such a big deal. So when I was younger, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just doing it. I was just trying it. As you get older, I think your mindset changes and you're more cautious. And I'm definitely like that now, where I'm more cautious. I want to have all the pieces in place. But sometimes in business, when you're starting out, that's really not the way to be because you can be so cautious, you actually never do anything. I remember I was talking to a guy, he was a VIP that came in and he was a really successful venture capitalist in Dallas. And I was telling him I have all these big dreams. I want to move to California. I want to be in real estate, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. Maybe I want to do this and maybe I want to do that. But I was I don't know what to do. And he gave me a really amazing analogy. He took a salt and pepper shaker. This is you and here's your dream way over here, right? He was but if you just move it, even if it goes this way, you're still closer because you're going to keep moving. And it's eventually going to get closer and closer. But if you just sit there and you don't do anything, you're going to get further and further away.
So if you sit there spending time overthinking and overanalyzing every single move that you're going to make in business, a lot of opportunities can actually pass you by. So when Maria gets presented with a new business opportunity, she dives into it first and lets herself get involved and get a taste for it. And then she determines later on down the road if it's something she wants to stay involved in. But if she never takes that first step and that first action, how do you even know if it's going to be a good fit? Number three, and my biggest takeaway from my meeting with Maria, is that people are the most important ingredient in any successful business venture.
Probably the number one thing is the people that I'm going to be working with. I wasn't always in charge of the type of people that were involved that I was working with, but that plays a huge role on you. So if they're not motivating people or they don't have the same mindset as you, it can be challenging. And for somebody like me, it will really affect me personally. Now moving forward, that's probably one of the number one things. Who am I working with? What's their mindset? And are they going to be able to push me? Because business is tough. So you need those people around you that are going to uplift you.
So Maria's been in business with a lot of different types of people in a lot of different industries, but she says that the ones that have been the most successful are always the ones where her values aligned with the people that she was in business with. Because if you can't get along with the people that you're in business with, that's going to affect every single decision that needs to be made. And generally, the people are the ones who control the overall trajectory of that business and where it's going. So those are my biggest takeaways. Check out Maria's full episode on our channel to decide for yourself.